and the doctor is in. Won't somebody please come save me on a Monday? Oh man. So, Doc, what in the world are you doing? Live streaming. Well, EVS is live streaming. Are you insane? You must be. No one would ever come watch your stream while EVS is streaming. And neither would I. But I'm live streaming because I'm actually just recording a video, and this is easier than doing it the other way. But if anyone pops in, that's wonderful too. So, Indiegogo pre launch. It's where you send out your mailing list for people who might be interested in what you're developing. And a couple of days ago, I pre launched the mailing list for Pariah Blood and Mud. And I had easily over a dozen people tell me, yeah, I just went and signed up and all good. So then I go to Indiegogo to access the mailing list and figure out how to send out the updates and whatever and handle that end of the business. I can't get into it. Now you got to understand something. Technology, ladies and gentlemen, hates my ever loving guts. It's true. Anything that can go wrong with electronics or mechanical things will go wrong if I'm involved. I could take a titanium screwdriver, stick it into a screw, turn it, and the handle would disintegrate in my hand. That's how things work for me. So, anyway, I go to access the mailing list, and I can't. There's nothing there, there's no way to do it. I can't figure out anything. So, I reached out to some friends. Elasmat was one of them. And everyone was patiently telling me, do this, do this, do this. Elasmat, bless his heart, even sent me screenshots. And I did all that, and nothing was working. I said, when you get to this screen, click on this. Well, I couldn't get to that screen. It didn't exist for me. It just did not exist. So I burned up every help article I could find on Indiegogo. Nothing. There was nothing there to help me. So gave up for the night. And I posted, excuse me, Pops hooked me up with Will. And for the life of me right now, Will, I'm sorry, I can't remember your last name. I think it was, hey, James, good to see you, buddy. Um, well, that was going to be the next step. And it may yet need to be a step. James is asking, did you contact them directly? So here's what I did do. I was talking to Will, and Will said, oh, he's from 47 Tales. So Will said, you have to finish the campaign, but save it, don't launch it before you can play around with the mailing list or do anything with it. And he said, yeah, once you do that and you save it, it should link up to all those people that signed up. So I did that. I created the campaign, and this time the pre launch is there, and now it says that there's a campaign behind it, but can't access the mailing list. So I'm asking everyone to go back and re sign up for the mailing list. And so far, I've got a handful of folks that are interested, and I haven't yet reached out to even friends or family to get them to sign up. So we'll do that, and that'll get you a big handful of subscribers to the email list, and we'll go from there. But it's just yet another example, James, of the nightmare that is my life with technology. I kid you not. Like, if you ever see me get on an airplane with you, get off. The plane will probably crash. Oh, absolutely, brother. I'll get you the link. So, James, how was your day, sir? It has gotten cold here. And by cold, I mean anything lower than 60 degrees. So, like, I was going to put on my painter's smock. It's just a doctor's lab coat that I wear when I'm painting. Came in the studio and there was a little bit of a chill in here. I was going to put on my lab coat. But then I thought, no, I'll look like I'm still trying to play Halloween as a mad scientist or something. So we'll just endure it. But Yeah, that was the pre-launch night. And by the way, preparing the campaign and filling all that stuff out was starting to become tedious and a nightmare. There's more to the story. Hold on. Hang on, true believers. There's more to the story. So, I am a. Ooh, yeah, I hear you, James. I understand. Fortunately, I'm fireproof and cancel proof because I'm self employed. And I say that because my boss is an asshole, but that's okay because my only employee is a jerk. I'm both of those. Um, I used to play music and play it pretty well. Played in some very good bands. My son, who will be 30 next year, is a shred monster of a guitar player. I ran in the music circles of South Atlanta, know everybody. So I was going to get my son to help me lay down a track or two for the commercial the video that goes with your campaign. And of course, he can't be bothered to do that. He's too busy being a 30-year-old. I get it. So I reached out to some of my old buddies. Thanks, James. I really appreciate you, brother. I reached out to some of my old musician buddies, like, hey, here's what I need. Nothing. Can't hear back from them. I'm like, wait, aren't you the guy I bought your amp, back in the day? Or, I wrote a song for you or what? Musicians are every bit, ladies and gentlemen, as reliable as visual artists. So, having said that, I told my son, please bring your acoustic guitar down here sometime this week and I will record my own because I have rapidly learned I'm the only one I can count on in this campaign. And I'm not sure about that guy. My goal is to produce the best possible book that I can. And I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job with it. I got to say, I'm not accepting anything less than fantastic on any panel. If I look at a panel and it's just, oh, that'll do, I go back and I do that panel over again. So there'll be a lot of splicing together when I get to the end of this thing to put all the parts together and make sure that every single panel is cover quality. Yeah, I might talk to Anthony. I hate to bug that guy though. I always bug Anthony and Alaz, Matt, and Andy. But I can write the music and I can even play it. Hey, 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 what's going on, Alaz, Matt? I was just telling the horror story of my pre-launch and thanking you for your long-suffering, patient help. Alas, the problem was that you had to have the whole campaign finished and saved, but not launched, in order to have access to the page you pointed me to on the pre launch dashboard. I hadn't bothered to do that because nobody told me to. I didn't know. But now that I have done it, gonna repost and allows Matt, feel free to hit that sign up if you wish. Right. And that's why it's so important. That's why it was so frustrating for me. I guess I am a boomer, but in fairness, if I was 20 years old, this would be happening. Technology hates me and I hate it right back. Just getting the lighting in my studio is customized for painting. So usually the lights that are on behind me those are daylight simulating bulbs. They run a CF 5000 that gives me a natural sunlight tone. So I started painting in the great outdoors. I bring it back here. I need that sunlight. I also have fluorescent lights in here and I have incandescent lights in here so that if I'm doing a commission for someone, I will say, well, what kind of lighting does it hang in? And if they say, it's incandescent or fluorescent or whatever, I paint in that light because that's how they're going to see the painting. Well, this one up here has been dead. So I clamped a clamp light onto it and it was dead. So I thought, what in the hell? So I'm crawling under the desk. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And the outlet's this. So I took this and I plugged it in over there and I did. Finally came to the conclusion, oh, the bulb is blown. How many artists does it take to change a light bulb? Of course, my wife. Hey, 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 George. Of course, you can have an invite, brother. Let me get you. I'll post the link, and oh, that's not it. I'll post the link and allows Matt. You're welcome to join me. Hell, James, you're welcome to join me. Just hanging out, kind of chilling on Monday. You guys come on in here. So to finish the horror story, alas, Matt, uh, I did the campaign and I relaunched, and Will had told me, yeah, it'll link up with the pre-launch page that you did, and you'll have all those contacts. Nope, that did not happen. So now we're back to ground zero. Hey, hey, come on in here, George.
All right, you know,
Okay,
I said no to Comics Gay Kings just to be here.
so did I. And I'm like, why would I stream against DVS? I wouldn't watch that shit.
No, no, no. I said no to being invited on the show.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Well, I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I appreciate that.
I also refuse Poopy Pants Biden to have a meeting with him.
So, what culinary crimes are you committing against pizza, George?
Everything I can. I murder a pizza with bacon.
Ooh,
That's it. Bread, cheese, and bacon.
and tomatoes,
No, no,
tomato sauce.
just no, no. You didn't hear me. I said bread, cheese, and bacon.
Oh, well, alrighty then. And that was your pizza.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm still not sure of the nuts and bolts, guys and gals, of the of handling Indiegogo, but I've got till May to figure it out. I reached out to George for help, and George just told me, "Yeah, you'll figure it out." Now, what was it you said? I said, "How long can you launch a mailing list before
How
you have
long
to launch?"
before you launch a mailing list?
Yeah, and he's
And,
like,
my,
just do it
and
whenever."
no, 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 no. You got to be more accurate. I said the moment you have the idea.
Hmm. That actually scared the shit out of me when you said that. I'm like, no, because I have 1,000 ideas a day, and
Well, then
nine hundred
with the moment
nine
you
hundred
launch the
ninety
mailing
nine of them
list, the
are
moment
bad.
you the moment you launch the mailing list, that way you're stuck to that one idea.
Yep. And I mean, yes, well, Pariah Blood and Mud is not a bad idea. It's a very good idea. Um, I went back because, I tell people it, just loosely, if you think about I Spit on Your Grave, all five or six versions of it, you kind of get the gist of the story. But that's not entirely true. It's, hey, Stu, thanks, brother. And you are welcome to pop in if you want to. The link is in the chat. But in fact, let me go pin that comment.
There you go. Now you're thinking like a professional. Gosh.
Oh, you better stop. That's assuming I can get over to YouTube. There we go. And then we tell it to shut up. And then we pin the comment. There it is pinned. Look at me go. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. And I appreciate that, Stu, a lot. I sure do. And if you other guys could share the link, it's in Twitter. I have dropped it in here twice. I'll drop it again, and I'll make sure it's pinned in the comments. I would really appreciate it. Got plenty of time, but I really want to work this mailing list and reach out to folks. Because as I was saying, George, the other night, I sat down. Hey, Orville, welcome. I went back and I rewatched two of the. I watched the 1978 I Spit on Your Grave, and then I watched this 2000 something one that was the relaunch of it. And I gotta say, I got them beat. But I
Okay,
have a
so what you're saying is you took the best of those stories and you made your own.
no. It's just flavored that way, and I wanted to watch those to see if I had my head in the right place for the character Elizabeth Payne, who I'm writing. She is a witch and a very powerful one. Uh,
Uh huh.
so when she comes back for her revenge, I got to be really creative with it. And it's not just going after the guys that assaulted her. There's more to it than that.
Wait. This is a witch revenge story.
Hmm.
Okay. First of all, hello Orville Nation, and I just have to ask you a few questions. Did you do your research good and proper?
Absolutely.
Okay, 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 good,
I
good,
was
good, good.
married to three different witches.
Okay, no, 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 no. Uh, no, you cannot take personal references into this. You got to stay above
No, no,
above
I
reproach.
married the witches in order to prepare for this story.
All right, all right.
So
Did
that
you
was me
did
doing my
you did you
research.
watch the 1942 movie "I Married a Witch"?
No,
All right, all right, all right, okay, all right. That's okay. You can get it. I'll give you a mulligan on that. Did you wa- did you rewatch Bewitched for your book?
yes, I have watched several episodes of Bewitched and I Dream
Uh,
of Jeannie,
okay,
who,
all
by the
right,
way, I think could beat Samantha in a magic fight
all right, all right. Good, good, good.
because
All
a
right,
blink is faster than a nose wiggle. Just saying.
all right, all right. Okay, good, good, good. All right. So three, two of the three necessities of good witch stories. Okay, all right, all right. The next question is: have you watched any of the Revenge of the Nerds movies?
Yes, I have,
All right, all
but
right,
I am a devotee only to the original because
all
I
right,
am
all
an
right,
aficionado.
all right, all right. So you do realize the Revenge of the Nerds is just the smart kids who cannot keep up with the jocks or the chads, and they have to cheat to win at the end. You know that,
Mhm,
right?
mhm. Yes, but let's also remember
So we're all
that the
cheering. We're
nerd
all cheering a bunch of nerds who are cheating.
the nerd bangs the jock's girlfriend, and it's the
Who
best she's ever
cares?
had.
Who
So
cares?
that's a big notch for nerds everywhere.
No, no,
But
it's not.
you got to
No,
remember,
it's not.
George. Yeah, it is. But you got to remember, I was told I'm a normie. I don't even have nerd cred.
No, no. See, you see that nerd banging that chick. That's
Mhm.
all that's the peak of his performance for the rest of his life. The Chads are going to have more fish in the ocean and don't even have to worry about it.
The Chads will be working for the nerds.
And
That's
the nerds are the ones who are going to be struggling to keep up with performance reports, HR, what do you call it, complaints, and
yeah.
procedures. They're going to have to keep up with hiring new people, firing people.
You know,
They're going to
I
have to
go.
wait. Hold a sec. And I'm not done yet. They're also going to have to worry about logistics, and not only that, what do you call it, the law, and what is and cannot be done. So the nerds are going to be at best maybe have 1 hour out of the 24 hours to themselves, and that will be for a quick sleep with some mushroom help. While the
Yeah, but they're going to
Chads,
retire early and live on
no,
their
there's
yacht,
no retirement
and they're
for
going to live
nerds.
on their yachts.
And what will the Chads do? They'll clock in 9 to 5, and then on Friday night, they're on the way to the cottage to party, to rock
Nah,
and roll and party until Monday.
They're divorced by age 35, living back at home in their in their parents' basement, swilling beer
Yeah,
and bitching about the boss.
yeah, yeah. But you know what that tells me? They have disposable income.
Yeah, they disposed of it all right. You know, I was in an odd position way back in high school when there were only seven letters in the alphabet. Um, it was like uh, I was one of the smart kids, but I was also a hoodlum who skipped school, smoked cigarettes on campus, and did all the wrong naughty naughties. And so it was like the jocks thought I was a nerd, but the nerds thought I would cut their throats. So I didn't really know where I fit in. I just knew I had a good time skipping and hanging out with my friends.
Oh,
So
that's a shame. You learned that life lesson too early in life. That's a shame.
no, it's been a good life. I have no complaints whatsoever, except that technology hates me, George.
What's wrong? What's
Feel
wrong with technology?
it hates me.
You know how to work a toaster?
No, I put the bread in and the left sock comes out from the dryer.
Okay, all right, that's fine. That's fine. That's just wiring. All you have to do is call your buddy Nick. Nick Stereopoulos. He'll 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 come in and rewire the house.
Oh my God. No, inanimate objects hate me. I have a video on my fine art YouTube channel that is a parody that should be a true story. In that video, I drop my brush, I lean down to get it, it's gone, and I say, "Hold on, I know where it's at." And I cut, and it shows me grabbing the keys to my scooter, and then it cuts, and I'm down the road. I go all the way downtown to the coffee shop, get out, go in, order a cup of coffee, and they bring my brush out to me on a plate because that's my life. Honey, have you seen my shoe? Yes, it's in the shed. I haven't been in the shed in a year. Yes, but that's where your shoe is. That's my life.
Yeah, a shoe in the shed, of course. You know,
There's a
makes
theory
sense.
called resistentialism. Have you heard of this?
No, it sounds like something from Asimov.
Resistentialism is the semi serious theory that inanimate objects have it in for certain individuals. And there was even one test done on this where people who suffered from it and people who did not, the control group, were all placed in a single student's desk and given five pencils, and they were to just drop the pencils randomly wherever they wanted to drop them. The people with resistentialism, four out of five pencils landed beyond their reach. The people without it, it just dropped and laid right there at their feet. It's a thing. It happens to me. I drop a coffee mug. It doesn't fall to the floor and spill. If I drop a coffee mug, it hits the counter, does a half triple pike gainer, comes off the top, spraying hot coffee everywhere into my eyes, breaks in midair, and a shard penetrates a toe, severing a tendon and an artery, and I nearly bleed to death.
Oh,
That's
if I drop a coffee mug, it does a triple Lindy before it hits the floor.
Yeah, right. The triple Lindy, exactly. That's what I was going for. But that's the kind of shit that happens to me on a daily basis. And my wife used to make fun of it. She goes, "It is not." And she's seen it so many times now that she knows it's true.
And that's why she left you.
Not this one. I got a good one.
Oh,
I,
so she hasn't discovered the real you yet.
no, she loves the warts and all. Tacy was my high school sweetheart, George, and
Ah, for
she
crying out loud! Why can't you? All of you, high school sweethearts. Oh,
listen,
gee.
listen. She and her best friend sat in the back of my sixth period science class, and I had
Uh,
such a crush on Tacy. And then one day Tacy comes up and she puts a note on my desk that says, "Will you go?"
Menage a trois.
Listen, it says, "Will you
Oh,
go
okay.
out? Will you
Okay.
go out with me?"
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "Hell yeah!" But it wasn't from her; it was from her best friend. So
Okay. So it was a
I
menage a trois.
so I checked out the best friend, and we started dating. And I ended up married to her, and she was a slut. I served my country; she served the fleet. And that began a long line of horrible relationships until finally, 30 years later, Tacy and I get together.
And
And we've been
the one you originally thought.
and we've been together 13 years, and we've never so much as had a crossword with each other. It's been fantastic. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, my love story. Look, everybody left.
How many are watching right now? What's YouTube say?
StreamYard says two, and so does YouTube. So
You're slacking, man. You're such a
I blame
slacker.
I blame you, George. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So let me ask you, how's your book coming?
All right.
That's it. That's all you got for me. All right.
Well, I did an update. People who backed the book got the update.
What's your entry level tier for the book?
$100.
I mean, it's worth it, but I ain't got 100 disposable right now, or I would back you in a heartbeat.
Look, how many coffees are you drinking a day?
See, this is a trick question that I already know the answer to.
Yeah, but I'm just going to help you with some math.
I
Okay.
drink all I want,
All right.
but
All
it's
right.
free.
All right. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Okay. What's your mortgage for the month?
My house is paid for.
All right. All right. All right. So you know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing excuses that you're not backing the book.
Um, if the world had not ended last year, my art career was bringing me thousands a month of just play with it money. I can't give a painting away anymore, George. So
How
the
come?
saving the savings are gone.
Oh, okay. So what I'm hearing now is that
We're
you
down to
suck at
one viewer,
financials.
George.
You
We're
suck
down to
at
one
financials.
viewer.
One viewer.
We're down.
Who's the one person?
Who's the poor soul that's still here?
Yeah.
Oh man. So let me wrap up this nightmare before launching thing, George. So I've had to relaunch the pre-launch. So I was going to post that the pre-launch launch failed to launch, so I had to relaunch. And I freaking did a typo and wrote my pre-launch launched past tense. You can't edit on Twitter. James is still here. Hang in there, brother. So even the advertising of the pre-launch sign up, I goofed it, and you can't edit on Twitter.
All right. Well, then just post a new Twitter post and say this is a correction to the previous post.
No, no, no. I'm scared to do that because that will cause a rift in the space-time continuum, and we will all die.
All right. Well, then just make some toast.
Go
God.
get that. Go get that other sock.
Yeah. Exactly.
I do intend, however, and I was going to send this out on the first email. At the end of this week,
At the end of the week,
at
not
the
at
end
the
of the,
beginning of the week. At the end of the week.
at the end of this week, I'm going to take probably 10 pages down to the printer that I'm using and get those pages scanned so that I can do the final cleanups on them in Photoshop and letter them.
It's costing you money to do this.
Only $1.50 a page.
Yeah, see, there you go. You know, for just the measly 10 pages, you just forgo scanning 10 pages and buy my books. Jeez.
But I'm going to bring those back here and do the final touch up on them just to make sure I can do everything that I need to do to actually finish the book with Photoshop. And I'm going to send a couple of those out on the mailing list so folks can kind of get a taste of what they'll be seeing in the book. Because George, I'm not inking this book. It's not pencil ink done. There's charcoal. There's acrylic paint
Why are you doing that?
because I want to, and because it's beautiful.
Yeah, but why are you stressing yourself out?
That's not stress.
You just draw the book, black and white, get it out the door, done.
No, no. Every panel is cover quality. Every panel. Now I
Then
know that's
why
easy
don't you
for
just
you
then why don't you
because
just do
you're
it?
a fantastic artist.
Why don't you just do a book on covers? That's it.
um, if Pariah Blood and Mud fails, I'm going to just do a book of my paintings. I know I'm great at that. James says, just pretend that you're a Democrat and randomly sign up strangers to your email list like they do with people's votes. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Poopy Pants Biden. Did you see this, George?
I heard about it.
Listen,
I'm making joke of it because I still can't believe it.
here's the thing. I hate when my cigar goes out. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter if it happened or not. The reality is that no one would be surprised that it happened.
Oh,
That's what makes it so bad.
so many people have said that on the internet. It's ridiculous. It's
Yeah,
like
but I was
it's like
first.
you know this happened.
Yeah.
But again, who is surprised that this happened?
Yeah, no one would be surprised that it could happen. I mean, look, come on. Nadler pooped himself on camera, and good old George Bush threw up on the Japanese prime minister's shoes.
He did. When?
Shit happens, George. Shit happens. Nevertheless, it's still funny. And then he walked around the rest of that thing. I don't know if he always walks like that, but Biden looked like he had shit himself in every photograph, in every clip. He's still standing in the Beavis pose.
I have a theory about that. I think he was in that pose for because he was trying to focus on what the people in the microphone or the real people that are running the country were telling him in his earpiece, and he couldn't focus properly, so he had to stand there and try to focus because
Yeah.
if you're sitting there trying to focus from two different conversations that are happening at the same time, you will literally take, I kid you not, you'll literally take a stance similar to what Biden has taken.
Well, I think it was indeed that, but he was also really clenching those ass cheeks to not shit himself.
Well, if you think about it,
Hey, well read. What's up, brother?
he's on a national stage, and he's trying to focus on one of the two conversations. Of course he'd be close to crapping himself.
But listen, I think he would guarantee re-election for himself or whoever replaces him if he'd have been standing there and went, "Are you threatening me?" If he'd have done that, he'd have won the world. But he blew it. He missed the opportunity. Are you threatening me? I need TP for my cornholio.
So you're saying he should have said that to the Pope?
He should have said that when he was talking to Anderson Cooper with his fists clenched. That would have, listen, I'd have voted for him if he did that. Just saying.
Everyone knows Anderson Cooper is a ringer.
Yeah, listen, there's not a chance in the world Biden's ever going to take a hard question. Come on, man. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
Yeah, that was a funny moment.
He's just a horrible human being, and I don't cut him a lot of slack for
Oh,
being
did you see
senile because he was a
Obama?
horrible person before he went senile.
Did you see Obama come out of his come out of his bunker where he rules the world through Biden?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yep. I absolutely saw that. I think it's a second string pull. He's telling Nancy what to say, and Nancy is telling the Biden White House what to do.
Nancy's so pissed drunk. She tells you the truth, but it's only when she's pissed drunk.
And equally senile, by the way.
No, I think she's just pissed drunk. There's no.
Oh no,
She's
she
not
is back.
senile.
Are you kidding me, man? You saw the good morning, Sunday morning, in the middle of an interview. I was a mental health counselor for my entire career. I know mental illness when I see it. I know senility when I see it. I see a lost grip on reality when I see it, and that was it. She had a lapse.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. You go back and watch it again because even though Snuffleupagus that was interviewing her, he goes, yeah, he just kind of freezes with that perplexed smile on his face, like, oh, her cheese just slid off the cracker.
Well,
And Nadler's just as bad, you know.
well, it's amazing. America is the only country in the world who actually puts into power, what we call very, very incapable people. I mean, don't you think? Don't you think? Just think about this, okay? You put in power people who are so incapable of managing even a room full of children,
Hmm.
and they're put into the positions to manage hundreds of millions of people.
Yeah,
Don't you think that's inspirational? I mean,
I,
just think about it. Think about it.
it's
Just for a moment.
awe-inspiring, George. It's
It just
awe-inspiring.
Yeah, because you think about it. You think, okay, if these dumb nitwits are able to, get an office job that is, $250,000 a year.
Hmm.
Well, me and my high school diploma should be able to get something even better.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't know about where you're at in the world, George, but here in the South Metro Atlanta area, the mean income here, if you earned what a freshman congressman made, you'd be in the upper middle class here. Um,
I live in northern America.
yeah. So you're in Canada. You're not fooling me, brother. And well read is a Canadian too. He just hides it very well.
Now, well read,
He denies it.
well read is a Saskatchewan seal, and the Saskatchewan seal hunt hasn't happened yet. So
But these guys go, uh, if you serve, I think it's 2 terms you have to serve in
Yeah,
the House,
two terms, and you're set for life.
and you're set for life.
Yep,
So
I know all
right
about it.
after,
Same
right,
thing. Same thing in Canada.
yeah,
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what office you're in.
mhm.
You do 2 terms, and you got a pension for life.
Yeah, the Senate is 1 term here. So is president. But I'm going to, after Pariah Blood and Mud is fulfilled, and I get it out the door, I'm going to run for the House. I'll win because my opponent would be an idiot, and all I'm going to do is vote. That's it. I'm just going to vote. I'm going to vote against everything
Yeah,
stupid
yeah.
and for everything good.
Everybody says that they're going to vote. They're going to vote. But you know what
No,
happens?
no, 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 no.
All right, go
I'm
ahead.
doing it because I have no intention of a political career. I'm in here long enough to get the pension, and I'm done.
That's
Peace
what
out.
everyone's doing already. But by the time they finish their term, they're stuck there. You know why?
No, 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 no.
Because they're getting blackmailed. You know, they had carnal relationships with this person, and now they're being blackmailed because you know you don't want to your family or friends to know about it,
Well, what I'm
and,
going to
and then
do,
you're
this is
becoming a
what's
puppet for
different.
the rest of your life.
This is what's different with me. First of all my dirt's public. I don't hide shit. But what I'm going to do is during my campaign, I'm going to talk more shit about myself, both the true and even make some shit up. But I don't care. I'm going to go do a job and I'll get
Uh,
votes. I'll get the
oh my
votes.
God, the honest criminal. You're never going to get
I'll
into
absolutely
government.
get it. I'll absolutely get it. Listen, an honest criminal. I trust the crack dealer on the corner more than I trust the Biden administration. I mean, if I go give him the money, I'm going to get some crack. Simple. Oh, I think I'll probably get struck for that, won't
No, no, you'll get struck first if you declare yourself a deity.
I? Or if we keep saying "Let's go, Brandon." One of the guys I watched said that he and it was SC reviews or something. Some of the smaller political commentators, and he was saying he was getting throttled because of his "Let's go, Brandon" video. Like, YouTube will find any reason in the world to shut up a conservative. But again, George, let me remind you, as I have reminded so many others that tell me this, that, and the other is the way it is. I don't care. I'm cancel proof. I'm bulletproof. I'm good. You
Yeah,
can't
that's what
you
they all
can't hurt
think,
me.
and that's what they all think until they come after you, and then you'll realize, oh wait, I am cancelable because you forgot to carry the one important thing that you left out.
Well, I did get canceled once from the fine art community that I created. But after that, what are they going to do? Fire me? I'm retired. I work for me. They're going to come after my home. I own it. Cash out. I answer to nobody anywhere.
Yeah, well,
I'm
like I
gonna
said,
lose popularity on Twitter. I got a whole 50 followers. I don't care. Um, Hit me with your best shot. I don't care.
well, Santa Claus said he didn't care either, and look at what he's doing every year.
Oh, George, that wasn't that didn't go anywhere, man.
Well, exactly. Santa Claus didn't go anywhere either.
He had to get a misfit reindeer to show him the way. The Island of Misfit toys. Those were my toys when I was a kid. Anybody else feel sorry for those toys?
No.
Because you were meant to. But I'm like, well, I really don't want to. Hey, Charles, let's go, Brandon. Hey, Charles, the link is in the chat up at the top if you want to pop in. Mr. Charles Adams is the mega collector that I brought on for my last live stream that has gotten a lot of positive response, by the way. And he's also my best friend. I've known him for 30 some odd years now. So
So it's an inside job.
always. Charles was well, he was writing comic books. He didn't write for me, but he was writing comic books when I was penciling back in the small press in the 90s. When did you get into this mess, George?
September 1990.
Oh, so you've been around for a while.
Yep.
What work have you put out there before? What would I recognize? Anything?
Only my work.
That's what I'm asking. What work?
Well, the last 19 issues,
Of
The Black Diamond Effect, my book, which
the what
joking,
now?
The Black Diamond Effect, which
Okay.
joking is book 20.
Okay. All
Joking
right.
book 2 is book 21.
All right. Right on. Right on. Well, hell, man, I got to see some of your backlog sometimes. I did a handful of issues for.
And just Google it. Go to Amazon. There
Yeah.
are people who are selling back issues.
Yeah. I found some back issues of one of the books I did. I can't find the others, though, anywhere. And the production run was the same. Now, I will say this: the last issue that I did for Pocket Change Comics, Art Williams inked me. So I had a celebrity inker behind me, but then the publisher didn't pay me that month and he kept my pages. So I'm after him.
Who is this dead man?
His name was not Chuck Dixon, but Bob Dixon. Hello, Charles. Welcome.
Howdy.
Howdy. We got a black screen.
It's a black guy.
Charles, this is George, who is certifiably insane. George, Charles Adams.
Good to meet you.
Are you related to Neil Adams?
No, I'm not.
Are you related to Art Adams?
No, I've met him, and he's actually kind of a dick.
Okay. How about John Adams?
No, actually, I'm related to Charles Adams, the guy that created the Adams family.
All right.
Just kidding, actually.
I was running out of Adams. Are you related to Adam Hughes?
What about Adam's apple? Are you related to Adam's apple?
No, I just have one.
And since Charles is 6'2" and about 50 pounds, his Adam's apple is the size of a grapefruit.
Excuse me, I'm 51 pounds.
Charles, why? Well, where's your camera? What are we looking at here?
I'm just lying in bed, so it's covered up.
Okay,
All right.
it's more than we needed to know, brother. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. So I loaned a good friend of mine several months ago, actually almost a year ago, some DVDs. Among them was my copy of the greatest movie ever filmed, which is Casablanca, Come At Me. And she just now watched it. So I'm waiting for her to contact me here in a little while, and we're going to talk about it.
That's it.
A year to watch Casablanca, George. Did you hear what I said? A year.
Well, yeah. What I'm hearing is your friend was busy. She had real world issues to deal with.
Yeah, listen, just because her husband died and her daughter had COVID and she had COVID is no reason to
There you
not
go.
watch Casablanca.
Real world issues.
I know before any of this started, she would never get around to it. And she had asked me for these movies now, mind you. I'm not ramming it down somebody's throat. Yeah, did you watch that movie yet? Did you watch that movie yet? A few more months, you watch that movie yet? Now, if it was just, spring vacation or spring break, I get it. But this is Casablanca. Are you shitting me? It's the greatest movie ever filmed. You have a high quality Blu-ray anniversary edition and you're not watching it?
That's it.
George, what's the greatest movie of all time?
Well, the greatest movie, of course.
What's the greatest movie of all time?
I just said it. There's a movie called The Greatest Movie.
Charles, what's the greatest movie of all time?
Star Wars.
Oh, sweet Jesus. James, what's the greatest movie of all time? Now, I will say this. When I was a kid and I saw Star Wars in the theater, you guys, I mean, the whole thing was just jaw-dropping. It really was. But at the end, at the Battle of Yavin, when the Falcon came swooping in, my little heart, I was so happy. I didn't know the name of the ship. I couldn't remember the name of it. I was at school the next day trying to tell my friends, and they were like, "What ship? What ship?"
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.
Yeah, and I couldn't answer them. I was like, the one that looked like a frisbee with a Pac-Man on the front of it. And they were like, "What?"
The
Because keep in mind,
the ugly ship, you know.
yeah, keep in mind, Star Wars was not a cultural icon back then. It was a big hit, but not everybody had seen it yet, and no one knew what the Millennium Falcon was. My mother said, "Did you watch that movie with the big monkey man?" Uh huh. I'm still waiting on James's reply on what the best movie of all time was. Is well, Red, are you still here, sir? And if you are, you should totally jump in the channel because I got to introduce you to Charles, the most knowledgeable collector I've ever met.
What do you collect? Pest dispensers?
Oh, I collect all kinds of things. Of course, I've got a large comic book collection, but I collect action figures.
Do you collect corpses?
Oh, sweet Jesus, help us! George
No, but I
has read
collect guns, so I don't get
a
any corpses.
George has read a lot of Dixie cups, Charles. He's
No,
fun.
no. I read a lot of Bubblicious cartoons.
Me too, and Bazooka Joe.
That's right.
It wasn't Bubblicious; it was Bazooka Joe. I'm right, you're wrong.
And no, Bubblicious was the actual gum. And
Not,
also, I also boned up on my Cracker Jacks box prizes.
so back in '91, George, you did your first comic. Who did you publish through?
1990. Me.
1990, self-published.
Yes, for 30
Right on,
years, 30 plus years. Me,
right
myself,
on,
and Irene. Gosh.
right on. Well, then you're the guy that I'm going to call and pester when I need advice with my Indiegogo or help with Indiegogo.
All right.
So,
I'll tell you how to be successful. Do everything that Ethan does, and then don't.
um, except I tried to call you, or actually I tried to text you,
Unbelievable.
and you have your
You,
protection set.
you have access to DMs.
Huh?
You have access to Twitter DM,
You
and you're
gave
trying.
me your fucking phone number.
Yeah, but you have access to Twitter DM, and you're telling me you're trying to DM my phone number when you have access to my Twitter DM.
No, I messaged you to say, hey, this is my number, so you can accept my call.
Okay,
As
so somewhere in the Philippines, some Filipinos going, "What the hell? Who the hell is this guy?"
um, but you have my number now, so
I
you
don't have
know.
your number. Where's you haven't DM'd me yet with your number?
Yeah, I texted you and said, this
Nothing
is
came.
Doc, and this is my number.
Nothing came through.
Okay. James Hayes says best movie of all time is either Citizen Kane or Gone with the Wind. Regardless of people's political leanings, they were objectively good films. Citizen Kane, yes, I don't like Gone with the Wind. It has its moments, but I'm going to go with Casablanca. Still going to go with it because Bogey, Richard Blaine, Rick, was the original Mac Daddy. By the way, I watched Maltese Falcon again last night. I'll fall asleep too. Still a good one.
Well, I can honestly say I have never seen Casablanca.
Yes, I know this, Charles, and I have prayed for you repeatedly and constantly.
Come on, it's in black and white.
Oh, sweet Jesus. So's my comic book.
There's a colored version of Casablanca. It's all acted by the Harlequin Globetrotters.
Hey, Andy, what's up, brother? The link is in the chat if you want to pop in. This is just kind of a chill stream because my
Oh my
pre-launch.
God, this another chill stream. That's all I've been on, chill streams.
My pre-launch was a nightmare, so I came on to just vent a little bit. I was seriously having just a very little black rain cloud day, and I thought, you know what? Before I go to bed, I'm just going to jam on a live stream, and I'm going to deliberately go up against EVS, so I'm guaranteed not to get anybody watching. because he's on right now with CG Kings. And I don't know why George is not on that show, by the way.
That's okay. Because I've been self-publishing for 30 years. That's why.
Okay.
I'm not a professional.
Well, no, you're a pro. You're a pro.
No, I'm not.
I was when I teach art, my fun art channel actually gets a lot of back and forth chatter from other artists. And I had one ask me, when do you consider yourself a professional artist? And I said, well, the technical definition is when you either sell your first work or you pay your first bill with your art money. But really, it's when you approach your art professionally instead of just being a Sunday painter or a Sunday scribbler. Andy is a professional artist. He does tattoos for a living, pays his bills.
What a hack.
George is a professional artist. His art is amusing, but he attacks it professionally. Actually, I love your work, George. Charles, if you get the chance, look up George's new. What's your new one? I know it's Joe King, but what's the title?
Joe King Book 2.
Joe King, Book 2. It looks great. Welcome, Andy.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome. Good to have you.
Glad to be here. How's everybody?
I'm better now. Better now. I've been cheered up by my CG buddies.
That's cool.
I was having a hell of a bad day. How's your day been?
Wonderful. Always wonderful.
Always wonderful. What's that like?
Well, it doesn't mean my day wasn't shitty, but I'd still say it's wonderful.
Okay, good answer.
I'm
Good
still
answer.
breathing.
Neighborhood, a wonderful
We're
place
still
in
on
the
this side of
neighborhood.
the grass. Still on this side of the grass.
Yep, I didn't have to take any more drugs than I had, normally have to, so I'm doing good.
Hey, I can actually top that. My Tacy brought home her ex-husband.
What, in a jar?
Yes, literally.
Okay.
He died.
Okay.
He died.
Listen. It's
He
very
died
important.
last week, and she brought the ashes.
Very important. Very important. Okay. I'm gonna have to be serious right now. Very important. Do not put the jar in the pantry. Okay. Do not put the jar in the pantry.
The urn literally has an inscription on the outside that says, "Hey y'all, it's dark in here."
Do not.
That sounds like
the-
my dad's sense of humor.
Do not sprinkle the contents on your pizza or your cooking, whatever.
The remains are actually going with my stepdaughter to her house. But Tacy had to go pick them up because technically she was still the next of kin. And I'm like, what a freak show. Like, hey, Doc, what are you doing? Tacy's ex-husband is over.
Okay, that's legitimately funny.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, but put him over there. I don't want that fucker messing with me. But I do give him credit for the successful relationship I have with Tacy because he set the bar so low that I'm a winner no matter what.
That's still pretty low fucking bar.
Right there for you, Andy. I feel somehow insulted.
No, that was a compliment.
Yeah, whatever. Oh my goodness. So what are you doing, Andy? You home or you're at the shop?
I'm at home. I've been at home for a couple hours now.
Right on, right on. So good day at work?
It was not bad, not bad.
Any interesting ink slinging?
Did some biomechanical.
Okay, right on.
I love that stuff.
I know. Was it over a scar or anything, or just?
Just a repeat customer who I've been tattooing for a while, and really good kid.
Nice.
And he literally let me just pretty much do whatever I wanted.
Yeah, well, there's always
and he
that.
paid me for it, so can't go wrong with that.
I always say that's the reason your inks are so damn precise on your inking work. You got to be the tightest inker I have ever seen in my life.
to be honest, I just look to the end. I don't even look at what I'm doing. I just whatever
See the
happens
finish.
happens. I don't worry about it.
Speaking of which, my old inker from one of the comics I did, and I just reconnected. This was Jeff Priester, and Jeff Priester was one of the bullpen inkers for Marvel Comics back in the late '80s. And I may have him ink a page for me, um, just to get him in there because he is a great inker. Did a really good job. He's very much a John Byrne inspired inker, and so when he inks my work, I'll let him. You can change the face into a John Byrne face. I don't care. It's good stuff. Charles, you remember Jeff, don't you?
Not right offhand, no.
You don't remember Jeff Priester?
Oh, yeah, from way back then. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I think Charles was nodding out on us. Charles, where's your cat?
She's in the other room right now.
And here's the question. What are you laying on right now, Charles? What's your bed made out of?
Comic book long boxes.
That's what 20,000 comic books will do for you.
Yeah, they're stacked 4 high.
That's it.
Oh, Charles, you should tell him the nightmare story.
Are you trying to make me cry?
Yeah, here's
I
a
know.
Halloween story that will affect
I've already heard it. I don't want to hear it because I'm in a good mood, buddy. Come on, let's not rehash his nightmares and let us all be affected by it. We're having a good day, right,
Fortunately,
Charles?
fortunately, the flood damage didn't hit his valuable comics.
Well, it hit one valuable comic, but
Well, yeah.
it had.
Action Comics #1.
I just wish I'd had that. I'd even take a water damage version of that.
Okay, well then everything else is just a happy story then.
Well, it ruined my X-Men '94.
Oh, jeez.
It decreased the value.
and what's special about
Well,
X-Men
the fact
'94?
that it stuck to the backboard, it destroyed it.
The all new, all different X-Men.
What was special about X-Men '94?
Well, it was the issue that re-established X-Men as an ongoing title. The several issues before that were just reprints of the early '60s issues, and it's also like the second and third appearance of like Wolverine, Colossus, Storm, those characters.
Wasn't that Dave Cockrum or who drew that?
Yeah, Crocker.
Yeah,
Cochran.
yeah. Cochran, yeah.
That was when I was reading X-Men. That was when it was, like you said, it was Wolverine, Storm, Cyclops, Phoenix, Nightcrawler, and Colossus. Excuse me while I hack up a furball.
Have you
Yeah,
all been
always fun.
keeping up? Have you all been keeping up with the John Byrne website? He's done like 26 issues now of X-Men.
Yes.
I
Yes, I
haven't.
have. I've been downloading every one.
Me too. It's a thing of beauty, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I've actually inked and colored some of his pieces.
Wow. So what is he doing?
He's following the story from what he would have done if he hadn't left the X-Men title, and right at the end of X-Men 137, where Phoenix commits suicide. In his run, she doesn't commit suicide.
Mm.
Yeah, it's literally it's crazy, but it's beautiful.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful.
Hey, Intense Webs, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you. We're just hanging out and chilling, making my bad day better. Glad to have you with us. Well read. The link is in the chat if you want to pop in, and Intense Webs also for you, if you and James. Doors always
Hey,
open
well
for
read.
you, sir. That's so. What is that? www.johnbyrne.com.
I'll put the link in the
Burn
back.
Burn
Give me a sec.
Robotics or something.
No. It's a very specific link because if you go through the front end, you won't get it. You have to fish for it.
Yeah, throw it in chat.
I threw in the private chat
Okay, cool.
because somebody hasn't made me a mod.
Oh well, I can fix that. I know the guy in charge.
Oh,
Yeah, me too.
you gonna put in a good word for me?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, already done. You're getting it here shortly. You can thank me.
Okay.
uh,
Well, you actually had to make a comment, George, for me to make you a
I,
mod.
I,
There you
I,
are.
I did.
There you are. Yeah, one. All right, you are now a moderator.
All right. Well, okay. My first act is going to time out well read. I think it's a well deserved choice. I think
that's
it's
mean, man. Leave him alone.
I think it's
Leave
well
Well Red
established.
alone.
I think we are all well and good about that decision.
No, leave Well Red
No,
alone.
no, I like Well Read. Well Read was the first person in Comicsgate to speak to me.
Why does Well Read hate me?
I think he said something
Do we
about.
have enough time to? I'm just playing, George.
Good one, Andy. What are we looking at, George?
This is the uh, the vehicle for one of the major scenes in the story, and I think I did. Oh yes, I did.
Now, did you model this just so you'd be able to draw it from any angle, or because you like modeling stuff?
No. This is going to be part of the book.
Okay.
Why sit there and redraw and draw and redraw, uh, and trying to be accurate from panel to panel when you can actually just model the freaking thing and render it out, and it looks like a comic book.
Because if I did it, it would come out looking like Fred Flintstone's car.
At least it's accurate.
That looks pretty cool, man.
And this is a scene, and I removed all the spoilers out of it.
Okay. All right. Let's take a peeky peek. Oh, nice. Different planet or Antarctica?
Like I said, I removed the spoilers out of it.
All right. Okay. Is this the current book?
Yeah, the current book that I'm working on.
Hmm. A thing of beauty. Thing of beauty.
I twittered you something.
Who, me?
Did you wipe after?
Yeah, I wiped after, but yeah, Doc, I twittered you something, buddy.
Charles? Why do I have you twice, Charles?
And let me go back to the vehicle, and I'll show you.
I have two Charles Adamses. With the real Charles Adams, please stand up.
With a real please.
Right here.
Okay, kick the other one.
I gotta
Bye,
remember.
Adams, too.
Oh, the other one's self-kicked. So I'm confused.
Nothing new.
I told you technology hates me. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I'll just I'll show
I told you,
you.
Doc, your mutant ability is to destroy electronics just by touching them.
It is. And if I could figure out which one of you I wanted to boot, I would boot you.
We'll boot the
Very
one that nobody can
nice.
hear.
We're inside. We're inside, and these cabinets here has his food supply, all the little things, necessities.
A toilet.
Toilets back there, and the toilet's retractable, so
Yeah, okay, but seriously, I have a serious question. Is the toilet cassette, macerated pump out? Is it biorefuse?
No, it's a standard toilet.
So it's a macerated pump out.
Yeah.
All right.
And also
They're coming for you, George. They're on to you.
this is where oh, give me a sec. Let's just do gotta reselect here. There we go. And this is the bed,
Oh, look at that.
right?
Look at that. And it's
And
a writing
and
desk or
and,
workstation by day.
and these are the this up here is the cabins,
Hmm.
where you stuff. And
We call those cabinets.
and back here is uh, there's a room in the left and a room in the right where it takes you to the engines.
Okay.
And this here is the airlock.
I thought that was where the toilet went.
No, no. See the toilets. What do you call it? Comes out of this panel.
Okay.
It rises up,
Gotcha.
and when it's not needed, right? So this airlock also act as a sterilizer.
Hmm.
So
And an
we'll
emergency toilet.
and let's pull back out, and this is the exterior door,
Hmm. Hmm.
right there, and this is one of the two engine rooms
Hmm.
right here. I'll just hide the doors right there.
Nice.
That's the engine one of four, engine two of four, and on the other side, of course,
3 and 4 of 4.
three and four.
Very nice.
And above is the actual beacon to
Hmm.
the ship. These things here above,
Uh-huh.
they are the camera, so to speak. So he can have a 360-degree turn. Uh, Now these grappling grapplers right here,
Hmm.
they're located around the ship. So if he's stuck in a storm or anything like that, they would shoot into the ground and grip the ground, and
Nice.
it won't be taken away with the force of wind.
Hey, Matt, welcome. The
And
link is in the chat if you want to pop in.
and the shocks on this baby is really like
That's a lot of travel.
that's boom. The, the shocks themselves are really big,
George, I do
and
have a technical question.
and here's the
Yeah, hold on. I got a technical question on the suspension. You spend a lot of time alone, don't you?
nope. I spent it with the missus.
While doing this.
Yeah, I bet she's thrilled with that. Oh, honey,
And,
it turns me on when you're modeling the suspension.
yeah, yeah. And okay, I showed you the cockpit.
Yeah, yeah, intense web. This is George's creation.
I'll just say it right now. Suspiciously, the cockpit in this rover, it looks very similar to the cockpit of the spaceship.
Hmm.
But
Okay, right on.
that's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's also conspicuously large for just one person.
No, it's a one person vehicle,
Hmm.
and and that's it.
Right on.
Everything else is is spoilers,
All right.
and I can't do it. I
That's
can't.
that's very cool stuff. Very cool. I've got another Charles Adams. How's
Can we go over to John Burns' site?
Yeah, I don't care. Share it.
Oh no, I put it in. I put the link so for you guys.
Oh, jumping jingles. All right, here we go. Let me come back and share my screen. All right. What? Ooh, look at here.
All right, so scroll down past the next yellow bar right there. No,
Okay.
too far. Okay. If you, okay, okay. There's the way this website works is there's the comment section
Mm-hmm.
and there's the art section. So if you see free fanfic in the title link right there
Mm-hmm.
where it's locked, you see
Mm-hmm.
the lock, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where John posts all the artwork.
Well, this is the
No, no,
rules.
no, 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 no. Forget that. Forget that. What you're concerned about is below the yellow bar discussions.
Okay.
All right. So click on any one of the locked. Okay. Click. There you go.
Nice. Wow.
Now just scroll down.
Hold on. I'm waiting on it to resolve. Look at this work.
I actually found a website where they collected all of them, and they're in comic book form, where they're each issue is one issue and everything.
I'm sure everybody on the internet's doing this now. Absolutely.
Goodness gracious. You know, there's the reason that John Byrne is a goat.
Well, his stuff's not always great. It's still good, but this stuff is really good.
Listen, I'll take bad John Byrne over good pizza with everything on it.
Well, I'm not saying I like John Burns a lot,
Yeah.
so I own almost shit everything he's done in graphic novel form. So
I had a shit ton of his Fantastic Four work back in the 70s. Golly.
Beautiful, isn't it?
It is amazing.
He puts one. He does 20 pages a month,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
he's like at issue 26 now, 27.
27.
Uh,
You know, it's so easy to get lost. Look at this. Look at this. Amazing.
But what's funny though is he actually letters it too.
Mm-hmm.
yep.
Yep. I mean, I need to get off this because I could literally get lost in that for hours. It's just amazing stuff.
And
Yep.
he used to have another website that actually had all of his past pencils and inks and
Oh no,
all of,
it's linked in the form. You can go to
Hmm.
their website where
it
you can.
actually doesn't work anymore.
Oh no, they fixed it. I think they fixed it. They fixed the link.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to check because the last time I was on here, it actually wasn't fixed.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
But we can check. I can check real quick because it has like everything he's ever done.
well, as much as it can
As
be
is
done.
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's a. I wish George Perez would do that too. Here's what the Avengers would be doing if, but he wasn't a writer. So, well, he did write a couple of things.
Yeah, he did Superman for a while.
Hmm. Every penciler eventually thinks he's a writer, and every writer eventually thinks he's a penciler. Sometimes they're both wrong. Rarely they're right.
Oh ho ho.
So, Matt, what have you got going on? I know Kyrie has fulfilled, and so what's on your drawing board these days?
I think Matt's passed out.
Nah, he'll type in here in a second. I did go ahead and back Boger from Mitch. What is Mitch's last name? Can't remember Mitch's last.
Budweiser.
No, the Boger. It's a series this guy's doing. It looks really good. It's a nice, clean, fun style. Really takes you back when you look at it, and the story is pretty good. So went ahead and back.
What tier did you back? The $100 tier?
Nope. I told you I'm poor, George. I can't afford you.
Yeah. What tier did you back?
I think his entry tier was $15.
Oh, okay. So basically, what you can do is back my, either back his book 7 times or you back my book once.
Oh, George, I expect to get a copy of yours for free because I'm going to do a cover for you. We'll trade
Uh,
one.
no,
We'll trade.
no one works on my stuff. No one, sir. I've never, in 30 years, I've never had anyone work on my stuff. It's always been George.
Well, you gotta grow, George. You gotta grow. Rumor is Elasmat bailed out, but rumor is I'll be doing the cover for the next Road Warrior Drake, and I get a kick out of that character, so I'm gonna have some fun with that.
You're going to put him in elementary school?
If Elasmat says just do whatever, I'll do whatever, and it'll be badass, or he'll tell me what he wants, and I will deliver because that's what I do.
What? You're a postman?
um, I did just recently, George, complete my first ever comic book commission. I've sold a lot of commissions doing paintings. It was the first time anyone ever commissioned me to grab some Bristol board and 11 by 17 and do it. He wanted Bigfoot versus the Michigan Dog Man as the cover of a comic book. So I did. And I got to tell you,
Oh,
it was kind of fun.
and then what happened? Because I hear there's a and then.
No, no, he put the money in my hands, and I was a happy fella.
And then he got paid.
Yeah, then I got paid. That's always the happy ending. I don't, I don't know how Indiegogo works. I don't know how. I should say I don't know how crowdfunding works. I don't know if
Well,
I'll make a.
Indiegogo is a series of tubes.
Well, I don't know if I'll make a dime off of this book or not, but I know I'm going to put out the best damn comic book that I can, and I think people are going to like it because I'm creating it in a very original way.
Wait a minute.
Um,
Are you saying that you're planning on paying people to take your book off of you?
if I have to, yes.
Okay, well then fine. You just pay me $100 now. We'll call it even.
um, I'm going to shoot for. I want this story to have all the time and space that it needs. So originally I was thinking, 48 pages, I'd do it. But, at the rate that I'm pacing this story, I'm guesstimating it'll go between 60 and 65 pages. So and I hope it does. I hope it does. I want to crank out a big, beefy, enjoyable read with some beautiful art.
Wait a minute. Are you paying yourself?
Always. I told you I am my own boss and my own employee.
So you know how to exploit yourself.
Yes, and I do it frequently until things start getting sore.
Yeah,
Ah,
all night
see.
long, baby. All
Yeah,
night long.
When it starts getting sore, you have to take a break.
Nah, just lube it up and keep going.
Power through.
yeah. While Duran Duran is playing in the background. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Grit your teeth and just fucking bear with it, baby. Let it happen.
Oh, my God. Where's the sinister laugh to go with that? There it is. There it is. All right, guys. I'm probably going to wrap this one up. Been going for an hour and 20 minutes. I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out. The sign up for the mailing list will be in the comments. Be sure you hit that up for me, and I look forward to
Wait a
seeing
minute.
you all
Why are
again
you
soon.
why are you promoting John Malin?
Am I?
Yeah, you said the sign in for the mail-in list.
Oh,
Oh, sweet
God.
Lord. See you in
That was
10
a
smells,
bad
man.
joke.
That was terrible. That was awful. I'll drop the link in the chat one more time for the sign up.
Did you check your Twitter?
I did.
Did you click on that link I gave you?
No,
Yeah. Did you wash behind the ears?
because if I click on and if I open one more window, I'll rupture the space time continuum on my computer. So I'm going to check that out.
Oh, you don't want to see any pretty artwork while you're live on stream? Okay.
Let me see what I got here. Oh, wait a minute. Uh, All right, yeah, I'm going to share a screen on this. Before we go, let's get a look at some of Andy's work here.
Only up to page 12.
Okay, all right.
Anything after
Hey, well
spoilers.
read. I'm glad you're still with us. All right, here we go. Share
Of course, he's
screen.
with us. Where else would he be?
Well, he's an important man. All right, so here we go. I don't want that there. I want this here. Wow, look at that. Andy, just incredible. Now, wow, are you doing ink washes to get this graduation through here?
No, those are markers.
Okay, gray markers. Got you.
Yeah.
What kind of marker? The smelly kind that you get high off of, or the other ones?
They're called. Let's see. Where did I put them?
Man, that's really good looking work, Andy.
Cure colors. They're refillable. Alcohol-based dye stuff ink.
Nice. That's good looking work, man. I got to tell you, I'm a fan. I like your work. I got to get some scanned just so I can show off a little bit. All right, guys, with that, I am going to wrap it up and mail it. George, I want to thank you for coming to hang out. Charles, always a pleasure. And Andy, my favorite mad scientist lab assistant, always glad to have you. Hail to the chat. God bless you, everybody. If you get the chance, go hit that sign up for the mailing list. And I look forward to talking to everybody again soon.
Later, y'all.
Bye.